So, Shark Tank, come on in. My name is Paul Brough, and my family and I reside in Dallas, Texas. Welcome to the famous Petclix mobile studio. My business is Petclix. Petclix provides professional pet photography in the largest mobile pet studios in America. I'm going to give you a little tour of our studio before we get into it. The studio is broken into two parts. This part over here is the photography part. This is where all the magic happens. This is where we have captured over 7,000 pets in 35 states and worked with hundreds of customers across the country. It's designed especially for pet photography. Inside here we can also do two other things. We can do family photos and we can also do headshot photography. The floors are linoleum, so if the pets have a little doo-doo accident, no problem. We'll get on cleanup patrol, no problem. As you see, there's like no cords on the floor, so the animals can't trip or the people can't trip. Back here is our wall of props, scenes, and backdrops. We have hundreds of choices for our customers to choose from. This is a hydraulic table down here with my pet bulldog, Diesel. So Diesel is our model here. What we can do is lift the animals up using the hydraulic table. Just awesome. So if a pet is a little bit older, we can put them on there and lift them up. So this is where the people spend about 20 minutes with the photographer. We have a menu system for them to pick. So they say, oh, I want so-and-so photo, and we recreate that scene. A lot of photographers, what they can't do is you might see a photo that you like, but they took it at a beach or they took it at someone's house. All the photos you see in here on the walls, we can recreate. After the people are done photographing with us, they move into our viewing office. We have the couches are marine vinyl, so the dogs can easily jump up in here and play. So we treat pets as humans in here. We treat them like they're people's kids. Come on in here. So they sit down here. We have multiple viewing system. So a customer will work with our customer person who shows them their photos, and after they're done choosing their packages, in 2 weeks they get sent back to the customers or gets back sent to the customers' locations for viewing. So this is and then here when they're waiting in here, so we have the ability to actually handle two customers at one time. One customer sitting in here in our viewing office, and then one out in the actual photography area. Sharks. I'm asking for $150,000 for a 15% investment. Recently we expanded to a second studio in Atlanta, Georgia, so it gives us a studio in Dallas and a studio in Atlanta, Georgia. With your investment, we're going to open up 5 new cities. We're going to open up Seattle, San Francisco, Denver, Houston, and Miami. Because the reason we're expanding now is traditionally, for the last 10 years, our business has been operating as a seasonal business. That means we operated from September to December. And the reason we did that is because we worked with pet businesses such as groomers, veterinarian clinics, pet daycare, pet resorts. Well, last year, the later part of last year, around November time, we opened up a whole new business segment working with apartment complexes. And that's exciting because now we can take our business that we've been operating seasonally for nearly 10 years to a year-round operation. We have 2 revenue models. Over the last 10 years, we've been only doing one revenue model, and that is we bring our pet studio to a local pet business, such as a groomer or veterinarian clinic. They go ahead and advertise to their customers. So when we show up, we have a list of customers that we're going to photograph during that day. So we don't have to look for individual customers, that's great. So when those customers come in, after they do the photography on this side, this is the photography side, they go and choose their portraits, and they pay for them. Well, last year we started a new way to offering our business, and that is being a paid service. So we opened the doors to two properties, the two largest property management companies in America, Greystar and Lincoln Properties. Between those, we have access to 1 million users, a million residents. So now what we do, instead of the customer paying us, the apartment complexes pay for us to be there. So we bring our mobile studio to their complexes and provide their residents pet photography, headshot photography, or family photography. We charge $550 for 3 hours. So we're really excited, and that's why we are expanding now, is because we're going beyond just the traditional pet businesses. We're going into the apartment complexes. We're also now moving into working with chambers, local business chambers, and also schools, where we bring our studio and do children photography, school photography. So it's an amazing time to get involved and invest into our company. Sharks, what's really interesting about our business is that we have the on-site mobile pet studio. So other photographers that try to approach pet businesses or even the apartment complexes, they have to use their premises. They have to go inside and disrupt their business. So the businesses love us. We've worked with hundreds of businesses, big names like Petco, PetSmarts, Dogtopia, Best Friends, Grooming. So we've worked with hundreds of businesses across 35 states. And why we've been so successful is because we make the process easy. All they need, or all we need from them, is a place to park and electricity. And guess what? If they don't have the proper electricity, we have generators on standby to do that. So this has just been an amazing opportunity to get into, because we now can go beyond the pet business with our traditional pet business that we've worked with, to get into the apartment complexes, the schools, and also the local business. And Sharks, people love their pets, and the numbers don't lie. The pet industry is a $60 billion industry. Last year it grew at 8%. 130 million pets are out there, and 76% of Americans own pets. What's even more interesting is the millennial generation. This year, the millennials became the largest group of employees in the workforce. So the millennials have the money. They're waiting longer to have children. Instead, they're opting out for pet ownership. We are in the position to provide affordable, professional, consistent quality photography of their fur babies.
Last season's sales from September to November were $55,000 for one studio. Our lifetime sales have been $500,000. That's with operating the business seasonally and taking a 3-year hiatus on a tropical island to raise our first child. This year, we're moving from a seasonal business to year-round. We're on track to triple our sales with each studio. Your investment will allow us to open 5 new locations and give us annual sales of $750,000 to $900,000 a year. Within 5 years, we can be in 50 cities with sales of $6 million to $7 million a year.
We're really excited for you guys to get on board this opportunity. 12 years ago, Sharks, a miraculous event occurred in my life, and I went through a spiritual change. After that event occurred, I started getting visions for this mobile pet business. I started sharing the idea of what I was going to do, and everyone was against it. They thought it was crazy. People were betting that it was going to fail. My greatest challenge that I faced doing this business was fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear that I was not capable of doing it, fear of rejection, because everyone was betting that the business was going to fail. With $100,000 of my own money, I took a leap of faith and I invested it into Petclix. 4 months later, my entire investment was returned, and we experienced an ROI, a divine ROI of 4 months. Since then, Petclix this is now in its 11th year, and it's continually still to make money even in a recessed economy. Sharks, Petclix means the world to me. The company has provided financially for my family for the last 11 years. This business meant so much to me that I wrote a book. We're actually working on taking the book now and turning it into a Hollywood movie. There's a lot of great true stories out there, and so this is an inspirational true story of what you can do if you get over fear and follow your heart. And we hopefully also, with your investment and with you coming on board, we have a great likelihood of getting our own reality series. I'm really excited with your investment. We're going to take a business that was traditionally seasonal now year-round, because we have opened new markets with the apartment complex. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. And just remember, if you love your pet, you'll shoot it with Petclix.